Hi. Good morning. My name is Fleming Schutrumpf. This is my self-development channel. And today I want to talk about avoiding your default future. The default future is what you would have if you go through your life, as many people do, without a plan, without a dream, without a vision, without any kind of objectives for what you want to achieve, for how you want your life to be, your quality of life, your possessions, the people and relationships in your life, and the level of satisfaction you have with your accomplishments. The opposite of that, which is really what this is about, is to have dreams, to commit to writing those down, to commit to daring to take action to accomplish those dreams, and then being grateful for everything you manifest as part of training you to be able to manifest more and bigger and better things. So let me give you an example of what your default future could look like. You know, you're just going through your life, you kind of have what you have, maybe a relationship that isn't really satisfactory, a car that is not resembling the true power that you have to create better. You have a job that's far from satisfying, and you might you might be at lunch, run into somebody who's like, hey, I worked with you a few years ago, I'm doing this, and I would like you to be part of my team. And they have a dream, they have a plan, and they're looking for people to be cogs in their plan. And I'm not saying this negatively, to be a very good attractor, you're not using people, you're just attracting people to you to help you achieve your objectives and your vision. And so you say, great, you know, how much are you going to pay? It's more than your current job, and you accept. Now, if you had your own vision, your own plans, you would ask very different questions. You'd be saying, well, that's great, you know, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Here's what I need. I need Wednesday afternoons off so I can watch my kids' soccer game, because that's time I'll never get back. Also, I'm looking for just a tiny bit more because I have this objective financially. And also, I need this other flexibility on my schedule because of this objective that I have, that I'm going to go do yoga every day or meditate every day or do things that make me a better person, a more stress-free, more empowered, high-energy person. And because you're giving me that flexibility, I'm actually going to be a better worker for you and have more of that energy that matches the needs that you have, so we're both achieving our dreams. That's the kind of the point where a person with a vision, who has their kind of defined future, that's where they come from. And you can already tell that that second attitude will create more results at work, probably get better pay raises, better referrals, and also will achieve their dreams. I want to tell you a little bit about the law of attraction. And so the law of attraction is actually very simple, but it's incredibly powerful, just the way gravity is simple. This is gravity. The law of attraction is basically, there's 4 steps to it. First, you have to define your goal, your dream, your vision. And I think one of the things that I personally found hardest is feeling worthy of accomplishing that much or having what I want, because I think growing up I was trained that I couldn't have what I wanted. And there's silly stuff in my life that still comes up and holds me back. And I think one of the most ridiculous examples is that when I want something nice to drink, as a child, I would go to my mom and, Mom, I want something to drink. Do you have juice? Do you have anything? And she'd be like, no, we have water in the tap. And I hate drinking tap water, even though they now say it's healthier and better on the environment. And I know I'm better than that. I can manifest some Reed's ginger ale, or just I can manifest better stuff. I can manifest fresh squeezed orange juice. I'm not drinking water from the tap anymore. And I think all of us have to have those little rebellious expressions of power, of things we can do so much better than we ever thought. And I think there's more examples than that. In 11th grade, which was actually my last year of high school, I didn't go to the prom. I didn't have the money to get the suit and all that stuff. And that's really silly. Looking back now, I could have found a way to do work for my neighbors or do something where I could have had the money to do that. And somehow I let myself be limited and be less than I am and have results that don't reflect my power. So the challenge now is, yes, I am worthy. And then there's small things I can attract. Like this morning, I got a free cup of coffee at Panera. That's small. What if I could get a free house? And I think if we Google no money down houses, they're out there. I've come close to getting a no money down house in the past. It was only $3,000 down. It is achievable. What if I make that my vision? And yes, I am worth it. And yes, you are worth it to have your visions come true. And I think there's a huge reason for why. On this planet, we all have a responsibility to try and make life better for other beings. And one of the ways that I can do that is to actually be successful in a kind way. I can be successful without taking anything away from anybody else and being kind and helpful to all the people that help me achieve my goals. And by doing that, by being successful and attracting abundance and joy into my life, I can be a role model for everybody else that comes into contact with me. And by being that role model, they can improve their quality of life, and then they can be role models to others, and we can actually elevate the level of prosperity, of joy, of just feeling good and being good to others on this planet. This whole game that I've seen in my past in a corporate career where people feel that they have to take something from another for them to get promoted, that game is actually a shell game. It doesn't work, it doesn't apply, and the people that play it are not happy. And the people that are truly abundant, that are truly givers, also get a lot. And I think there's examples like Bill Gates, who gives away more to AIDS research than the US government. I believe that because of his commitment to not just being wealthy, but of sharing that wealth and doing good with it, he probably is a person who is happier than the average person who is not giving some portion of their abundance back. So the key there is write down your dreams. Dare to dream, dare to write it down, which is actually for me has been hard, but just do it anyway. Like what if it wasn't an object? What if all the things people had told me about me not being good enough, not being smart enough, not being, whatever, weren't true? What would I write down then? And just do that, and just dare to do that. So the next thing is to actually be willing to take action. And the action this is an interesting part, because a lot of times, like if right now, I do actually want a Mercedes. I'm not sure how that's going to come into my life. Right now, I'm not ready to go to the dealership this morning and just go buy one. But if I visualize I want this Mercedes and it has roughly this price tag, that's all I need to do. But then, as things come into my life where I'm like, oh, that opportunity could be my ticket to that Mercedes, to act on it. I think so many people have good opportunities and their friends are like, why didn't you take that opportunity? And they're like, I don't know, I was scared. Don't be scared, take it. The universe is offering you something on a silver platter. Take advantage of it. The universe is there to give you abundance. Don't be like, I'm not sure I'm worthy yet. Just be like, oh, thank you. And just accept. Be open to receiving. That is actually, I think, one of the biggest part of the law of attraction. Wow, thank you for giving me that. And then take it. Accept the gift. This isn't a free cup of tea, but it's a cup of tea. Accept that gift. I'll give you an example of attracting something without knowing the how and without ever having been able to create that how just on my own. So my girlfriend, I had been single and I had decided I needed to meet somebody new and that they needed some of these qualities. And then I go to this class on Tuesday nights and I was kind of miffed that particular Tuesday. The instructor canceled at the very last minute, sent a text, can't make it, migraine, this and that. I just blocked my day, and I had passed up another good opportunity to use my time for this class, and then it just was canceled. And then I was thinking, and it came into my head, there's this meetup I wanted to go to. And so I searched on my phone, I found the email, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to show up there. And in fact, with the last minute cancellation, I was actually late to that meetup. Interestingly enough, there was a couple chairs in the front. I'm like, nah, I'm not sitting in the front, that's not me. And then there was 2 chairs in the back. And so I sat in one of them, sat down, kind of got settled. And then this beautiful girl comes in. And I see her looking at the chairs, and she's looking at the front. And I'm like, no, come sit here, come sit here. And so she sat next to me. We connected, and one thing led to another. I could never have planned something where somebody has a migraine, cancels a class. Then suddenly I remember an email I had gotten a week and a half earlier about a meetup that had been interesting that I knew I wasn't going to be able to attend, so I just dismissed it. And then I get there, and then the seating arrangement is just perfect for me to connect with this girl. I could not have planned that. I'm really not that kind of planner. That really teaches the power of releasing and letting the universe do the planning, because it's much more capable than at least I am as a person who does detailed planning for things I want. So be willing to take action and be willing to dream without knowing how your wishes will manifest. Next, as you attract things, and as those things, even the cup of coffee or the girlfriend or the material things come into your life, the no money down house, write a journal. Keep track of your gratitude. And I think a simple way to do this that doesn't seem like it's too much effort is to just vow to write down 3 good things every day that happened to you because of you wanting them and wanting and accepting good things into your life, and you taking that action, taking that instinct. And so have that gratitude and write that down. And as you see that gratitude journal just lengthen, you will get a feel for your power and your ability to attract abundance into your life. And that will actually help elevate your level of mastery of the law of attraction, where you then attract bigger and better things into your life and are a bigger and better role model to others, to just increase the level of consciousness on the planet, that we can all be happy, we can all be abundant, we can all provide well for the ones we love. And I'll tell you a quick story about a person who totally doesn't believe in the law of attraction, even in the face of overwhelming evidence that it works. And I think one of the morals of that story is there's lots of people who have told me that all the self-help stuff, even what I'm doing right now, that's just hogwash and it doesn't work. And just smile. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way, because for me it works. And it's not about getting in an argument. It's just, for me it works. And you might give it a try sometime. It might work if you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, it won't work. It wants to make you right. If you believe you can have something, the law of attraction wants to make you right. If you believe you can't have something, the law of attraction wants to make you right, so you won't have it. So I had met my mentor and good friend Bob in 2007. He turned me on to what really had become my kind of Bible, the secret. And specifically, I listened to the audiobook, listened to it dozens of times in my car. I do way too much driving, and I had started making use of my car as a real university that teaches me really practical stuff, not theory about this and that, but practical stuff that really makes me prosperous. And so I'd listened to The Secret a lot. And because of The Secret, that first year I met Bob, I had bought 4 houses. The following year I bought 8 or 9. The following year I bought 6 or 7. So without meeting Bob and without him turning me on to The Secret, I would not have attracted that level of real estate into my life, which is attracting into me cash flow, as well as the opportunity to take tenants and really be a force for good in them. I've had a couple of tenants really have tough situations, baby on the way, lost their job, had a store closed, lost his job, where I've been able to kind of support them in having a place to live and have them catch up the following spring with tax time. But so my accountants that I'd hired because I had too many properties to keep track of myself, and I decided I don't like accounting and I'm not going to do it myself anymore. And so my accountant is typing in 3 new properties into QuickBooks to track the income and expenses for those properties. And she's telling me law of attraction does not work. And it's hogwash, and she really believes all this self-development stuff is just a bunch of mumbo-jumbo. And she's typing in this new address, and then this other new address, and this other new address, and I'm like, Anna, the law of attraction is the only reason I attracted those properties. I wouldn't have them without it. And she's closed off, and she's not willing to listen, but the fact is you're going to encounter people like that, and even as they go about their lives encountering evidence of the law of attraction not working, they may continue to choose believing it doesn't work. And I think my challenge to you, don't be one of those people. Manifest abundance into your life. It may be wonderful for Anna to be right that the law of attraction doesn't work, but what if you could be right that it does work, and you could be abundant and joyful and have the things you want, and dare to want things that you would have never dreamed you have the permission to own in this existence. So just to recap, dare to dream big, and be willing to dream really big, and let go of all your feelings that you have that, oh, I can't have that. Nobody in my family's ever had a Mercedes. Like, I can be the first one in my family to have a Mercedes, and you can too if you want to. But the beautiful thing is the law of attraction works because we don't all want the same things. And so there's enough for everybody. Dream big, write it down, take the action, follow those little instincts that often you might have ignored. Just do that anyway, and then be extremely grateful and write those things down and see how powerful you are. Go out there, manifest something, be joyful, be happy, and especially be a great example to everybody of how much better life on this planet can be for all of us. Be very blessed. Have a wonderful day.